June 12th. But nobody is talking of one that is really, really painful, which was in 1966 coup. That 3 million people were slaughtered. Nobody's talking about it. Igbos have been put on the altar of hatred because everybody was sold the lie that the coup was an Igbo coup.
When that war broke out, Sikh never participated on anything. But if the person is telling me that the reason why Awolowo said to go on, you can't be fighting people and be feeding them, was because Sikh betrayed him. That is their business, but it is a fact that that strategy of Awo brutalized over
to be honest, history is very good. History is a way of life. I don't think any country would thrive without history. History is more like the root. So guys, I honestly cannot wait to show you guys what was said in this video. Awolowo also addressed the Igbos, and you guys gotta check this out. Please make sure you watch till the end to get every detail.
Very quickly, but let's go to Babangida's book, because Femi Falana has reacted to Babangida's admittance that MKO Abiola won the June 12 presidential election. So Babangida said Nigeria's military president from 1985 to 1993 launched his autobiography titled The Journey in Service on February 20. And of course, that's raised a lot of controversy and, you know, it's still raising. But speaking on Channels Television yesterday evening, Falana said that the announcement was the last stage of manipulation by Babangida. He said IBB ordered the arrest of pro-democracy activists, including Fawemi, Ransom Kuti, and me. We were paraded before a chief magistrate court in Wuse, Abuja for sedition, simply because we had published the election results, Falana said. Now, during the popular, he said during the popular IBB Must Go campaign, we were arrested in Lagos and brought to FCT, and we were detained in Kuje prison. Chief Fawemi went on and on, and Chief Fawemi went to court. Bottom line, he said he's going to raise a group of, he's going to get the group of lawyers to sue IBB. That you know finish, so all along you knew that this election was free and fair. Then why did you not arrest us and detain us and torture us if that's part of it? For announcing a result that you have now agreed that is free and fair. Do you agree with Falana that this is the last stage of manipulation of Nigerians?
Well, you know, when the name Maradona was given to IBB, a lot of people didn't understand where it was coming from. You remember that at a point in time, the Maradona himself scored a goal using his hand, and he says in the hand of God. And that is what we have played out. I'll say, I don't know how to place IBB, but I think that, you know, at this point in time, IBB has not told Nigerians the truth. IBB has just, he hasn't been in the news for a long time, so he's seeking to be in the news. And he believes that Nigerians are very gullible. Why did it take IBB 32 years to tell Nigerians the truth? Why did it take IBB this length of time when all the major actors of June 12 are gone? So I find it difficult to understand why IBB at this point, with his age, is finding it difficult to take responsibility for his actions. The buck stops on his table. He was the chief. He was the commander-in-chief. The Abacha he's now demonizing was not the commander-in-chief. It will only take a stroke of the pen for IBB to have removed Abacha from office. So why, you know, well, Falana is right. If you arrested, detained, abused people for telling you that Abiola won June 12 election and you said it was a lie, why would you not turn around and say, after the people that have lost their lives and all of that, after the pain you have caused to people, and you're saying, yes, so it is true. You know what this points to, Precious? It simply means that this whole idea of repentant Boko Haram is embedded in the book of IBB. Because what IBB has done is like the Boko Haram coming out to say we are sorry and we say forgive and forget. But nobody's talking about the bruises. So now that he's saying that Abiola won the election, what does he want the Nigerian people to do? Go and dig out Abiola from the grave and hand over the presidency to him?
Oh, but Falana said that Nigerians since that 1993 have always considered Abiola the winner of that election anyway. So
Nigerians have, but as a government, everybody's talking about June 12, but nobody's talking of one that is really, really painful, which was in 1966 coup. that 3 million people were slaughtered. Nobody's talking about it. Igbos have been put on the altar of hatred because everybody was sold the lie that the coup was an Igbo coup.
Oh, speaking about that coup being an Igbo coup, I mean, I don't think that IBB was the first person who said that in publicly.
No. There's a reason why it is gaining more, why a lot of people are taking it more seriously. You know why? The persons that have written and have spoken about it do not have as much intel as a former head of state. I don't know if you get what I'm trying to say.
Sir.
They do not. So if IBB, who is now seeking for forgiveness from Nigerians, so to say, by this book, knew all this while that the coup had nothing to do with the Igbos, why has he kept quiet? Why has he kept quiet? It is because of this utterance that it is an Igbo coup. That is why the Igbos have been sidelined in everything that has to do with Nigeria. And then people will say they want justice. They want peace. And I keep saying you cannot have peace off the graveyard. So while we're on one hand talking about June 12th, every people have talked about June 12th. You agree with me, Precious? But has it been taken as serious as we're taking it now? And do you know why people are taking it seriously? It's because the main actor
has not spoken.
And he's also part of the main actor in the Biafran War. He has also spoken. And that is why everybody's asking that General Gowon should come up and speak the truth.
But General Gowon has also spoken that he wasn't the one that advised our president not quite long after his inauguration that he said he shouldn't, be jittery about taking some decisions because that's the same way people try to stop that on him when he, declared war and all that. And nothing but he was able to fight the war squarely. So did he not speak?
What is the truth? The truth is, let him come out and tell us, was that coup an Igbo coup? Or was it just something to say, give the dog a bad name and kill the dog? That is why you see people are pained. And that is why I said that there is need for the Igbos to sit down, form a think tank, x-ray that book, side by side those of others who have spoken about the coup. And then we can begin to talk about restoration. We can begin to talk about forgiveness. We can begin to talk about the reintegration of the Igbos. Because from what IBB has said, the Southwest were the beneficiaries. We're supposed to have been the beneficiaries of that coup. Awolowo was supposed to be the beneficiary of the coup. So how come it was tagged an Igbo coup?
So I watched this video during the war of a young lady who spoke painfully about how her father was killed as a result of, the attack on Igbos that eventually, blew out the war during the Biafra war. And it's quite pathetic. Let's see if I can just play the soundbite to Nigerians so they just take a listen.
The Biafra.
We've lived in the north for so many years, and the reward the house could give my poor father was to kill him. He was the first man killed in the May massacre. After being chased for some few yards, they shot at him, and then when they got him, they had to slice him into two. Like, when you want to slice your bread into two. A human being being sliced into two. Can you imagine such a thing? Biafra is going to emerge as a nation. Despite the support of Britain, Russia, Egypt, and some other friends of Nigeria.
I would rather stop it there so I don't play further. So hearing some of this, what people went through during the war, what do you really expect?
See, I don't need to hear I don't need to hear anything from them. My late dad was one of those who went through the Biafran War. And every Igbo man of my age had their fathers suffer the war. It wasn't a war. It's not something we are proud of. And it's not something the likes of Gowon should be proud of. Watching humans.
She said her father was killed and slaughtered into two, sliced like bread.
It was because of the killing of Igbos that Gowon could not protect them in the north. And after killing them, they sent their corpses back to the southeast. That was why Ojukwu declared Biafra. The Igbos deserve an apology in this country. But unfortunately,
I was going to ask why the Igbo
passed away. We don't have leaders in the southeast anymore. It's because you don't have leaders in the southeast. That is why now we can't see the detention. You don't have leaders in the southeast. That is why there's no federal presence in the southeast. You don't have leaders in the southeast. Anybody who says they have leaders is lying. A book has been written telling you the truth of what transpired. The only person that's spoken is now Ojo Sakalu, saying they should now recognize Abiola as president. And you call that a leader. Charity begins from home.
He refuses to speak about the plight of his own people.
That is what I'm saying. So where are the Igbo leaders?
But he's an Igbo leader. Why is he?
No, he's self-acclaimed leader. He's not a leader.
He was the governor of Enugu State.
What did he do in Niger State? What is the legacy statement of Ojo Sakalu in Niger State? And that is why I keep telling the Igbos. Before we come after the federal government, come after your own leaders. Come after your governors. Come after your senators and honorable members. Today you have Dave Mai as Minister of Works. With all the projects being executed, how many of them are stationed in the southeast? How many? When Buhari was your president, how many of the projects, other than the second Niger bridge, that is still under construction till now? How many? Does it not show you there is this systematic federal government action not to allow development in the southeast? Okay, let us agree. Let us agree that the federal government doesn't want to develop the southeast. What is wrong with your governors? With all the money they're making in, what is the kind of roads some of them are building? What is wrong with our leaders? Our so-called leaders in the southeast? Your so-called leaders in the southeast would rather prefer to go outside the southeast to make donations. But they will not see the need to make such donations in the southeast. And you call them leaders?
The fact that some Yorubas actually agreed that Awolowo did what he did because Zeke betrayed him first. But I want to say this. Zeke was not born in Igbo land, and Zeke's mission was not same like Ojukwu. Zeke never participated on this war because why? The dream of Zeke was to become the president of Africa, unite Africa as a whole and become the president of Africa. More or less like he's not an Igbo man, because a man that was born in the north thinks like Northerners. And so when that war broke out, Zeke never participated on anything. But if the person is telling me that the reason why Awolowo said to go on, you can't be fighting people and be feeding them, was because Zeke betrayed him. That is their business, but it is a fact that that strategy of Awo brutalized over 2 million people, like between him and his God. Another thing I want to say is this. A lot of people will say, hey, now they say they want to create Biafra, and they are bringing a Deltas. A black scorpion, where is he from? Is he not from Asaba? Is he not a Delta Igbo man? What up, Philip Effiong, who is second in command to Ojukwu? Is he not from Akwa Ibom State or from Calabar? Are they not Biafrans? You see, when I see somebody like a Biafra, a civilian who don't wound, they talk, I go, they laugh because why? When people don't know their history, they talk anyhow. Ojukwu never started the war. When they brutalized all the Igbos in the north, because when they took the life of Sultana of Sokoto, the Fulanis vowed, it's in a book that I read there, that 1 million Igbos will be killed for one man. Just for the death of one man, you will brutalize 1 million. So you said, if Ojukwu is a Yoruba, and they say such word to Yoruba people, and they brutalize them in thousands, that he will be watching. Or if it's an Hausa person, that Igbos do the same to maybe brutalize, up to thousands of people like that, because they killed one king or one Eze in Igbo land. And then you see, ship them like that to the north, with the northerners keep quiet. So when Ojukwu took it upon himself not to declare that war, it was not because he needed war. Who will stay and watch his people slaughtered up to 1 million? 1 million people for killing one man. Make not they fear God, though. Make not they fear God. You know what I want to say? This war is over. Though actually, psychologically, they're still fighting it. But I can see it all around. Upon the way they look at where there is no any country, there's no any village, there's no any town, there's no any place in that they will not see Igbos. So what is it telling us? We Igbos, God is with us, happy for us. So I'm trying to say, my people, especially you Yorubas that come to my comment section and on my page, the truth must be told, no matter what. Go on, if you watch this video, we know that what I'm saying is the truth. I want good war, but may God pay everybody according